Live. Welcome. I'm super glad that you're here. If you're watching the playback, I'm proud of you for making the time to watch the playback. I'm getting logged into Facebook here. Gonna make sure that, yep, there it is. So this way I can see who joins us. Facebook here. Turn it down. There we go. Perfect. So I always wait just a couple minutes before I get started to see who is going to hop on live and who's going to join us. So I'm just going to wait a second before I start talking. The queen is here. Jose, are you announcing yourself? The queen is here. You're so funny. So funny. Hi, Debbie. Hey, Jose. Hi, Jessica Wiley. How's everybody doing tonight? How was your day? Fill me in as we're waiting for people to get on. Hi, Lori. Lori, are you on your drive home? Oh, no. 6 o'clock. So you probably have already made it home or at the end of your drive. Lori's a long commuter like me. She commutes about an hour. It's cold again. I know. And last night, Jessica lives in Florida as well. Last night we had a really bad storm, like serious thunder and lightning woke us up in the middle of the night. It was like 4 in the morning. I never wake up from storms. I'll always sleep right through them. I'm a heavy sleeper. But it even woke me up. So we got really nasty storms in the middle of the night, but it brought some chilly weather. Hi, Jill. Hi, Connie. Finished cleaning, of course, changing the wax is the best part of my whole day. Hey, Angela. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Lori. Hey, Abby. It was awful. The baby ended up, yeah. Our pit bull, she kept jumping in our bed. She was terrified. She's the only one who sleeps in our bedroom. And she's not allowed on the bed, but last night we allowed her because the storm was so bad. Hey, Michelle. 3 to 5 inches of snow. That's a lot. That is a lot. All right. Well, I am super, super thrilled that you are here with us tonight. So welcome to our live Thursdays. If you are not familiar with our schedule, maybe you're new, I want to just explain that whole process to you of our monthly trainings. So we do live Thursdays. And what that means is every other Thursday here in our team page, myself, one of our amazing directors within our family of teams, or even sometimes a guest will come in here and do a live training. Usually we pick one topic for the entire month. This month, hey, Michelle, this month our topic is social media. And I know this is something that's going to definitely draw a lot of people because it's a very important part of your business. And it's something that I know many people want to learn more about. So really, really excited for this topic this month. I hope you guys are as well. Tonight, you're going to be hearing from me. And then the next 2 live Thursdays, you are actually going to be hearing from Jill McCarthy, who is a fellow SSD. She is a social media guru. She knows a lot. She's amazing. And she's generously volunteering her time to come here on our team page and teach us her skills, teach us her ways. So tonight is me. And then let's see, April 13th and April 20th, you'll find Jill here live. Now, you might be wondering, well, why? There's an extra night. That's not every other Thursday. This month, we actually are just doing a little bonus night just because Jill had so much content that she wants to share. Yes, we're spoiled. She has so much content that she wants to share with us, so we've added a bonus night. But normally our live Thursdays are every other Thursday. And so knowing that, you can actually mark Live Thursdays through the end of the year. Every other Thursday, just go through your calendar and jot those down so you can make sure that you join us, because you don't want to miss these. They really will help your business. We always say if you show up, you go up. And that doesn't just mean showing up to Scentsy events. It also means showing up to trainings like this. And you know, this is information that is only going to better your business, better you, and better your life. So I always say it's truly a waste if you don't apply the things that you learn. So be teachable and be willing to listen to what I'm going to share with you tonight and what Jill's going to share with you on those other 2 Thursdays, and really run it through a filter and ask yourself, am I doing that? Have I tried that? If I haven't, what's holding me back from doing that? Be willing to try it. Be willing to try it, not even just once. Try it a few times. Try it several times. You're not going to see immediate results. So really want to encourage you to hear what you're learning, hear these things tonight, and really apply it to your business ASAP. So welcome. I'm super glad you're here, and I'm excited to talk to you about social media tonight. But the very first thing I want to talk with you guys about is a little news update. The Scentsy Family Reunion registration is open. I bet y'all didn't even know that. You haven't heard me talk about reunion once, have you? We both know I'm kidding, right? Reunion is something that I am a huge advocate of and really want to encourage every single one of you to register. Last I checked, which I have not checked in about 24 hours, but last I checked, we had almost 50 of our Sunshine State Superstars registered, which makes me so happy. But of course, knowing we have about 750, there's a lot of you who have not registered. And I know that going to reunion is always a financial sacrifice, and it's a sacrifice of your time with your family. It's not easy to get away and to do that. I totally understand that. But I promise you, it's worth any sacrifice that you have to make to get there. And I like to look at it like you're investing in your future. You're investing in your education. You know, how many of you went to college? How many of you invested in your education in that way? How many of you are saving for your children's college funds right now? Many people will invest thousands and thousands of dollars in a education, a formal education. So when you think of it from that perspective, investing, what, $1,000 maybe, all in all, if you do it just kind of normal. You can even do it cheaper than that by bringing your own food and rooming with a bunch of people. You know, you can make it work on a budget. And I just want to encourage you to make that investment. I promise you I would not be where I am today in my business had I not gone to reunion. And you know, while we're talking about reunion, I'm just going to like pop over here and show you something. I wasn't planning on doing this, otherwise I would have brought it over here. But here you can see some reunion warmers. So every year when you go to reunion, there's always a commemorative item. You can see the Barbie Jose gave me. He calls me Scentsy Barbies. You can see the Barbie Jose gave me back there. That's so funny. But in front of that, you can see, oh God, I don't remember what his name was. One of the years we got a buddy instead of a warmer. But you can see warmers from all my different years, including my boot up there, which is my first warmer I ever got. It's my first reunion, Stampede in Fort Worth, Texas. That's what changed everything for me. And then the most recent one, Share Your Song. So you can see all of my little warmers from all my reunions there. And then I also have my lanyards hanging here. This one in the front, I like to keep this in the front because this one's very special to me because this was my very first reunion, Stampede in Fort Worth, Texas. I was a star consultant, had a team of 3. Look, my 2 ribbons were star and first time attendee. And then when you look at my most recent, it fell off. I have to retape it. Is this my most recent one? No, this is my most recent one right here. When you look at my most recent one, you can see the difference. You know, now I have Superstar Director, which is the highest title on our comp plan. So I went from this. Star Consultant was, what is that? The 3rd rank. We've certified lead star. Yep, 3rd rank. So I went from the 3rd rank to now being the highest rank. Shining Star Finalist. Oh no, so this wasn't last year. That was the year before last. Last year's is somewhere in here. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, no, here's last year's. Yeah, last year was live, right? Yeah, it must have just fallen off. They keep falling off. I need to reapply this sticky tape. Anyway, doesn't matter. But this is just a more recent example. So it's just amazing how things can change over the years, you know? It's just seriously incredible. But I really want to encourage you to go. It will change your business. Oh, look, and here you can see these. So these are all my, these are all my annual awards. So you can see annual sales and annual mentor awards. And you can see those warmers in the background, those tall things. Those are 3 different warmers that we had, one summer incentive. Gosh, I think that was in 2011. And then you can also see my little Shining Star finalist mini trophy thing. That was everyone who was a finalist. The winner obviously gets like the real one. But as a finalist, you get a mini one. And they mail you all of your nomination letters. So it's very special. This is the most special thing in this whole room. But anyway, reunion is an amazing experience. And I just want to really encourage you to get there. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about with the news. Registration is open. The room blocks are open. You can go to sensiefamilyreunion.com to read more about it. I really hope that you will join us there. Okay, so tonight, what I am going to talk to you guys about, oops, that's not what I want to push. Tonight, what I'm going to talk to you about is all of my, I don't know if social is the correct thing to say, but kind of all of the applications, the websites, and the features of social media resources that I utilize the most and how I utilize them in my daily business. So I'm super excited to talk to you about this subject tonight because I think I love training on really tangible things that I know tomorrow you can, excuse me, you can implement. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about that meat and potatoes. So I'm excited about this subject and I hope you guys are too. What do you think? You ready? Are you ready? Oh, Stephanie Malbrough actually made me this hoodie. Well, she got me this hoodie and inspired me with this design. And then I think Samantha Bowers actually made those little things for me. But yeah, you're wearing yours too? I love this hoodie. I wear it a lot. It's a very comfy one. Last year was the first one you were showing a little share your song. Oh gosh, they all start to blur. Okay, cool. All right, so let's first talk about my Facebook favorites. So I'm going to share with you how I utilize, what are my favorite little things that you can do with Facebook and how I utilize them in my daily business. So first we're going to talk about Facebook Messenger. Who is actively using Facebook Messenger? But when I say Facebook Messenger, I don't just mean, hi Brandy. When I say Facebook Messenger, I don't mean like you send private messages from time to time on Facebook. I mean, you have the Facebook Messenger app. I see a lot of hearts. That makes me psyched. All right, the Facebook Messenger app. If you don't have the app, you need to download the app. You need Facebook Messenger in your life. You need it. Here's how I use it. I use it to communicate with my team. It is probably the #1 way I communicate with my team. It is the way I communicate with my hostesses. It's the way I communicate with my customers. I do a lot of follow-ups that way. It is probably the means of communication I use most every single day. I am obsessed with Facebook Messenger. And I think the main reason why is because it's like a text message, but it's not as intrusive as a text message. When you text someone, you know they're getting an alert to their phone. You know they're hearing a ding or getting a buzz. Where with Facebook Messenger, oftentimes they're not getting that alert. I mean, they might have alerts set up, but I think most people don't get a buzz every single time they get a Facebook message. So it's something that I feel comfortable, like, hey, if I'm sitting down and I'm doing follow-ups at 10 o'clock at night, I don't mind sending them a Facebook private message, whereas I would be opposed to sending them a text message at 10 o'clock at night. So that's one of the things I love about Facebook Messenger is I feel like it's not as intrusive. You know what I mean? And I also love Facebook Messenger because Facebook Messenger gives you the ability to send voice messaging. Like Jessica Wiley said, you actually will have there's so many things you can do with Facebook Messenger. You can send money and receive money. You can send voice messages. You can send photos. You can send attachments. It's just such an awesome resource. But the thing I use the most is the voice messenger. And the reason I like to do that is because I feel as though I communicate so much better speaking something than typing something out. It's just the way my mind works. That's one of the reasons why I make so many videos is because I would so much rather spit it out than type it out. I know that I will communicate it so much more clearly and effectively if I speak something out versus type something out. That's why half the time I don't even make notes when I do videos, because when I make notes, it gets me off track. Like I literally didn't make any notes about how I'm gonna elaborate. I just made notes, like bulleted list of what I want to cover. So the Facebook Messenger voice memo will allow you 1 minute of straight talking, and then it'll cut you off. So sometimes you'll end up having to send a couple. But here's the thing. If you're communicating with a customer or a team member, you can pretty much always get what you need to say done in 1 minute. So let's say that you're doing follow-ups. I love to do voice messenger for my follow-ups. So I'll just send somebody a message and I'll just say, hey, Susie Q, how's everything going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I was just going through my forms and I saw that it's been 2 months since you last placed an order. I bet you're running low on your wax. If not, maybe even completely out of your wax. I got to hook you up and make this easy for you. How many more wax bars do you need? Or are you running low? Let me get you something. Just throw something out there like that. Like you're watching out for them. Like you want to make sure they don't run out of wax, and getting more wax from you is really easy. Just present it just like that. And in a voice message, it's going to be way better received than just typing something out. Voice messages, I love. It is kind of like talking on the phone. Yeah, absolutely. It's so much more personal. And Debbie White is someone who just said that. Debbie is actually my frontline. So that's the majority of the way we communicate. We send voice messages very often. That's what I do with my frontline. This is my main form of communication with them. And it just allows you to be able to even talk with international team members. Yes, I still Skype with them and things like that, but with voice messenger, it's just as good as a phone call, in my opinion. So I love it. It's the way I communicate with my team. It's the way I communicate with my customers and my hostesses. Like just earlier tonight, I sent a voice message to my current basket party hostess to check in on her and see how her basket party is going. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you get a lot of voice messages. Sometimes Jose or, anybody, many of you on here, like it'll be like a ton of them. All right. So next let's talk about Facebook groups. I love Facebook groups, social media groups. And the reason I love them so much is because it opens the door for me to meet new people. And I have made sure to join a lot of different Facebook groups based on my hobbies and interests. I'm in a couple of pit bull Facebook groups because we have a pit bull. I'm in a couple of Facebook groups for dachshunds because we have dachshunds. I'm in Facebook groups for people who like the show Fixer Upper. I'm in Facebook groups for people who like, what other shows? So a bunch of TV shows. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. I was in one for Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. I know that because I just removed myself from that because I was like, oh, this show's not even on the air anymore. But anyway, I'm in Facebook groups for shows that I like on TV. There's just limitless. Oh, The Walking Dead. I'm not in that. I need to be in that. I didn't even think about that. That's like one of my biggest faves. Modern Family, all these different TV shows that you like. If you like to scrapbook, if you like to knit, I don't know. What are your hobbies? Join Facebook groups for your hobbies and your interests. I'm telling you, you join these groups and then you just network in them. Make friends. It's not about going in there and posting, I sell Scentsy. Like just the other day, in my Fixer Upper Facebook group that I'm part of, I posted a picture. Stephanie Malborough, if she's still on here, she could attest. I posted a picture of my hutch, and I had restyled the hutch and the pieces that I had on this hutch. And I had said I liked the way that it was coming together. I think people thought that I had refinished the piece, so I was like, whatever. But anyway, I was just saying, like, I like the way this is coming together, meaning I restyled it. But anyway, I have a warmer on there, of course. And so it's just a way for people to see a Scentsy warmer, but I'm not like in your face, I sell Scentsy. You know what I mean? So it's finding subtle ways to drop Scentsy in there and making friendships with people. So that's one of the things I love about Facebook, and the way that I utilize Facebook is by getting into groups based on my hobbies and my interests and becoming friends with people in there just by being friendly and making conversation. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about on social media is Facebook Live. Facebook Live is everything. I love going live on Facebook. In fact, last night, one of our team members sent me a private message and was saying how she had gone live a couple times in the last week and a half, and she was getting great results from it. She was getting online orders. She was getting great stuff back from going live on Facebook. And she's like, you're right, this really does work. I don't know why I haven't been doing it. I'm like, It's seriously an incredible resource available to you, and it's free. Now, I love to use my Facebook Live to show off scent and warmer of the month when they come in, walk around the house and show people like warmers and how I have them styled. Or I also incorporate other things that aren't Scentsy in there. Like hey Jessica, I've been incorporating like home decor stuff because that's been something I've been really into since we've fairly recently purchased a different home. So I try to not just make it business related, also incorporate other things that show my lifestyle and who I am. And it's incredible how many people will stop and watch it. When you're scrolling your newsfeed, a Facebook Live video just starts to automatically play. And so that's very intriguing to people, and it really catches people's eye, especially if you come up with some cutesy name that's going to catch people's attention. It really, really works. So that's how I like to utilize Facebook Live. I will sometimes go live and I'll set a date, for example, Sunday at 8. And I will tell people that, Sunday at 8 o'clock, I'm going to go live and answer any questions that you have about the business opportunity. So if you have questions you want to talk to me about being a Scentsy consultant, join me on Facebook Live at 8 o'clock. And I'm just going to go live and answer any questions that pop up. And that's what I'll do. And sometimes I don't have anyone get on, and I'll just have to kind of wing it. Like, what the common questions are and the common concerns are, so you can easily just throw them out there. And that's what I do if no one joins on. But that's just some of the ways that I utilize Facebook Live. It's a great resource for you. And here's the thing. You are never going to like the way you look on camera. I don't like the way I look right now. My face looks shiny. My hair looks like a mess. I don't like the way I look right now, but I'm still on here, right? Because it doesn't really matter. People are never going to judge you as harshly as you're judging yourself. We are our worst critics. I don't like the way I sound on video, and I certainly don't like the way I look. No one is ever going to be happy with their social media video appearance. Like, you just have to get over it and know that it's for the greater good, which is growing your business, right? So much more important. All right, and then the last thing I want to say about Facebook is the Facebook events section. Oh, thanks, Jessica. You're too sweet to me. So Facebook events. This is a way that I find a lot of my vendor events. I don't know if you realize this, but when you log into Facebook, on the left, if you go to events, you'll go into the events section of Facebook. It's like a separate little page, right? Now, once you do that, you will see that Facebook suggests events for you. Facebook will say, oh, hey, your friends are going to this, and your friends are going to that, and your friend liked this, and your friend liked that. Facebook will make suggestions for you for events, right? So that's a great way to find events. And once you start opening and clicking and looking at different events, Facebook keeps suggesting events for you that it thinks you're going to like. So that's one of my favorite ways to find vendor events. So those are some of the ways that I like to utilize Facebook, social media. Those are some of the ways I like to utilize social media, specifically talking about Facebook. So now we're going to move on because, gosh, I've already been talking for 30 minutes and I still have a lot to cover. So I'm going to move on to different websites that I utilize for my business and how I utilize them. All right, so first I'm going to talk about Canva. Thanks, Julie. You're too sweet. Y'all are being so nice to me today. I love it. Thank you. Need y'all around every day. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is Canva. C-A-N-V-A. C-A-N-V as in Victor. Oh, I can't make a V. V as in Victor. A. So Canva is a website where you can use it for free, or you can do the paid membership. I think they call it a pro plan. I have the pro plan. It's $10 a month. Well worth it. And of course, it's tax deductible. Now, what is nice about Canva is it allows you to make really professional looking, unique marketing images. And if you have the paid version, you can even get different fonts. Like if you want to create a font that is your font that you consistently use in all of your branding stuff. Like some of the people that you see on Facebook, like Jill just commented, like Jill McCarthy and Candy Hine. Those two know a lot about social media. And you'll notice that they pretty much always use the same 2, maybe 3 fonts in all of their branding stuff. Why? Because they're creating a brand. Like everybody knows the Disney font. Everybody knows the Coca-Cola font. Are people going to put that much thought into your brand? Probably not, but they're still going to notice. Like I just said to Danny the other night when once a month we do a Google Hangout, just the directors, and we just talk and brainstorm and ideas share and stuff like that. So just the other night we were doing our director hangout, and I was talking about this exact point. And I said, there is one particular font, I don't know the name of it, but every time I see it, I think of Danielle Elizabeth. Why? Because I think every image she ever posts has that font on it. And so I can't use it. I'm like, no, that's Danny's font. No, that's Danny's font. It's just funny, but it's true. You will start to see that you are creating this look and feel that your imagery has. Now, when you have the paid version of Canva, you can upload different fonts that you have either bought or gotten for free, which I'm going to give you a website soon where you can get some for free. You can consistently use those same fonts in Canva that are yours, that you have grabbed for yourself, and they're going to be different than, the ones that are in Canva for free. So you can do that with the paid version. You can also create brand colors. I went ahead and picked my brand colors. Oh, the magnets aren't here right now. They're at the assistant's house. I picked 4 brand colors that I've been consistently using in all of my branding stuff, or the majority of my branding stuff. So anyway, that's one thing that's really nice about the paid version of Canva. Now, Canva is something that you can use on your phone. So it's an app or it's a website. I like to use it better on the computer. I feel like on the computer, it's just easier to design. But there are tons, if you don't want the paid version, there are tons of free images that you can use. There's invitations, there's Facebook cover photo banners. I mean, it's endless free resources. So I'm obsessed with Canva. And once you start playing around with it, you will be too. The next one I want to talk about is the one I'm using right now. So right now we're talking about websites. What I'm using right now, you might notice it says on the screen, is BeLive.tv. This is a website. You have to launch it in Google Chrome. It won't work on Safari. You have to use Chrome. But I love BeLive TV, and here's why. This is another thing Jill taught me. So BeLive.tv is a free service that allows you to go live on your Facebook page on your desktop computer or laptop computer instead of your phone. You'll notice I'm not using my phone right now. I'm watching on my phone right now. I'm using my desktop or my laptop to go live right now. And that's how I'm putting these words up on the screen. That's one of the features of BeLive.tv. You can actually, and you can even show a question. Like, for example, let me scroll to the top. See how I put Stephanie's comment on the screen? That's a feature of BeLive.tv. Now I can hide it. Now I can show Brandy's. Now I can hide it. Isn't that neat? There's so many cool features about BeLive.tv. And of course, when you're done, you can save it to your computer and then upload it to YouTube if you want to later. And then you can obviously put words on the screen like I was doing earlier. Let me get it back. Oh, no, we're on websites now. So this is a really fun feature. You can see all the comments on the screen. You can see yourself large, and then you can also see what your guests are seeing. And one of the things I love as well is, look, nothing is backwards, unlike when you're on your phone. I love that as well. And one thing that's really neat is you can have 2 people on. Last Live Thursday, we had superstar consultant Jasmine Grocher on with me. And you might have noticed we were both on the screen together. We were using BeLive.tv. Even though she's down in Miami, we still were able to get on here together and screen share. So that's super awesome. The next website I want to talk to you about is MailChimp. MailChimp is one of my faves. I have a YouTube video on how to use MailChimp. It's called Creating Free Professional Looking Newsletters. Creating Free Professional Looking Newsletters. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. So if you just go, oh, they have 3 people. I like that, Jill. I did not know that. Thank you. So that website, MailChimp.com, is a way to create free, very professional looking newsletters. And it's something that I will do, I don't know, I probably do it 2 or 3 times a quarter, maybe. I don't do it, I wouldn't say, I don't know. Some months I do it more than others. Like when we have special sales going on and things like that I want to promote, I'll go into MailChimp and just create something really quick. And you can easily export your contacts from your workstation into Excel. And then from Excel, just copy and paste those email addresses. And you can, like that, create your little subscriber list. So you could have your team in there and send emails to your team through there. And then they'll be very professional looking newsletters. Or you can have different groups of your customers. Like you could have a VIP group, and then you could just have like all of your customers in one group. So it's a wonderful, wonderful website. Amazing and free. Love it. And if you want to know more about how to use it, you can watch my YouTube video I have on that. So the 4th website I want to talk about is, of course, one that I use a lot, and that's YouTube. And the reason I love YouTube is because it's just a huge platform and it's free. And it's very easy to find. And there's many ways that I utilize YouTube in my business. I utilize it to recruit. I utilize it to train my new team members. And I utilize it to coach my hostesses and make marketing videos for my customers. So I utilize YouTube in many different ways. And the thing I love about YouTube is that you can see the views. You can connect it to your different social media platforms. There's just so many wonderful things about YouTube. The best thing about it is that it's free. So anytime that you make a video, I really would encourage you to upload it to YouTube. Then that way you can share that YouTube link. Plus, in things like MailChimp, there's places for you to embed like a YouTube video link. So say that you get the new bricks in and you want to make a video giving your review of these new bricks. Make your video, upload it to YouTube, and then you can create a MailChimp newsletter and embed your YouTube video link into that newsletter. So that way you can say, hey, I did a review. Want to hear my review? Click this video, watch this video. And the word video could literally be the link. Now I know that sounds complicated, but it really is not. Trust me, I am not computer savvy. I'm learning and I'm improving. So if I can figure it out and I can use it, I promise you that you can. Like I said, you can watch my video on MailChimp and it'll really help you a lot, I think. So the 5th one I want to talk to you about website-wise that I utilize for my business is Zoom. Zoom is another free service. It is a video conferencing service. So you can use this to coach your hostesses. So say you're mailing a mini tester set and you have an iPhone, but your hostess doesn't, and you have a Skype, but your hostess doesn't. There's just not really a way that you are connected. Zoom is a super easy way to get connected with her. She just downloads the app on her phone, really easy, and you can talk for 45 minutes for free. And then it cuts you off at that 45-minute mark. So you can use Zoom to coach your hostesses. You can use Zoom to connect with a team member. Video is always a better way to talk to your team members than just a text message or an email or a private message. Video and voice, those are the 2 most powerful ways to communicate. So I would encourage you when you're doing your coaching calls and you're working with your team members to get on a Zoom, even when you're coaching your hostess. So the 6th website I want to talk to you about is, I actually grabbed this from Jill's website. It's fontbundles.net. Fontbundles.net. And that's a place where you can get tons of free fonts. And I think Stephanie said one earlier, dafont.com. Sorry, my throat is like done. It's been sore all day. I need a cough drop. So yeah, what I was talking about earlier with Canva, how you can select some different fonts that are your main fonts that you use in all of your branding. You can go to fontbundles.net or dafont.com, I think is exactly what it was called, Steph. refresh us if that's not right. But yeah, you can pick out free fonts. I think fontbundles.net, if I remember correctly, Jill said that it's a different font for free every single day. And I think there's multiples. So really awesome. And then you can literally just grab the font, download it to your computer, and bam, you have it for your use. Okay, so now we're going to move on to talking about different apps that I use. Now this is where I have a lot. I have 11. So I'm going to run through these really quickly because I try to keep these at like 45 minutes, and we're already at 36 minutes, so I don't want to take you guys for too long tonight. But now we're going to talk about apps. All right, so the first one, Slydial, Slydial, Slydial. What is Slydial? Slydial allows you to call someone and skip the entire ringing portion of the phone call, and you go straight to that person's voicemail. It's a free service, so for making follow-up calls or calling team members to congratulate them on something or to welcome them to your team or what have you, it's a way to very quickly get a lot of calls done back to back to back. So all you have to do is go to your app store, download Slydial, it's free, and you just start calling. You log in, you create your little account, you log in, and it automatically pulls your contact list, and you can just sit there and select the people you want to call and bam, make those calls. You can get so many calls done in such a short amount of time. So that's one of my favorite apps. The second app I want to talk to you about is Marco Polo. I posted about this in our director page, and I should probably type these out so people are like, how do you say that? Okay, so Marco Polo. Now, Marco Polo is really fun, and here is why. It is a way for you to video with people one-on-one or in groups. Like I have a group with my mastermind girls. I have a group with the women I did the leadership retreat with a couple weeks ago, including Jill. I have a group with our directors. And then I have a ton of one-on-one conversations going. It's all video. And I haven't been ever stopped, and I've talked for quite a while. Y'all know I'm long-winded. And I've never been stopped. So I don't know, Jill, is there a cap? I don't think there's a cap on the amount of time you can talk, which I like. And it's really fun because you can actually fast forward. So here's how I use Marco Polo. I use it to connect with my directors. I use it to connect with my frontline that's on there. I use it to connect with my mastermind girls. And you can even use it to connect with your customers and your hostesses, because if anyone else that is in your phone, it works by pulling your cell phone number. So if anyone else that's in your phone has Marco Polo, it'll automatically show you that they're in there. They'll appear with like their own little tile. I'll show you what it looks like. They'll appear with like their own little tile, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, they're in there. And then you could just send them a quick little Marco Polo message. See, here's all my little Marco Polo tiles. So you can see, oh my gosh, I suck at this. So you can see, and you can actually pick like an image for your group. Like you can see our directors. I did a little lighthouse. Some of the girls I'm going to Rome and Africa with, we have a little message going. So it's really awesome. And you just video voice with them. And it's fun. There's different filters. So if you're having like an ugly day where you're not feeling so pretty, you can select a filter, which I like. But it's a great way to communicate with people. And it's very personal. Your relationships with your team member are so important. Your relationships with your team members are so important. So, so, so important. And this is just one way to nurture those relationships. All right, so next I want to talk about MileIQ. MileIQ is my favorite for my business, like my back office business. I hate numbers. I hate back office stuff. Like if y'all could see right now, this is like a pile of receipts I have to sort from before I got a credit card for my business. And now I just put all of my transactions on that credit card, so then I don't have to do this every month. So, I mean, if you could see, the pile is large, right? I'm just being transparent here. I hate that kind of stuff. Hate it. So anything back office wise that I can utilize that is going to save me time and frustration, I am all about it. All right, so this is what MileIQ looks like. Let's see. There we go. You can see it a little there. So that's what My IQ looks like. You classify your drives. So this app will track every single mile that you drive, and it will show you exactly how many miles you drove and how much money that drive was worth. So you swipe right to classify as business, swipe left to classify as personal. Now, if you take a drive often, it'll start to auto-classify for you, and it'll say, hey, when you drive from Claremont to Montverde, you do that drive a lot, and you've classified it as business. So you want to always classify it as business, and you say yes, and it'll do that for you. So the reason I like this is because at the end of every single month, it's in a pile over there. I'm not going to grab it. But at the end of every single month, you get emailed a spreadsheet that actually has all your drives in it, tells you your total deductions, and it's phenomenal. I love it. It makes it a snap, right? And then I just submit that to my accountant. So it makes my life so easy, which I'm all about. And there is a fee. I believe it's $10 a month. Is that right, Steph? Is it $10 a month? I believe it's $10 a month, or you can pay like one time and you get a discount. I think that's what I did. But of course, that's tax deductible. And the more money you make, the more your business grows, the more those tax deductions are so important. Because here's the thing. When you start to get in a situation where you're going to owe, you can either invest that money back into your business or just hand the IRS your money. What's better? Investing the money in your business, right? I use TaxBot as $12. I'm switching. Well, forget you, Stephanie. Just kidding. All right, so next I'm going to talk about word swag. So you might notice oftentimes I will upload pictures and I'll have my website on it, or when I'm welcoming a new team member, I will post a photo of them with like welcome and their name on there. So there's several different apps that you can use. I'm just going to go over them really, really quickly. So Word Swag is my number 1 fave. We are in a very serious, committed relationship. Here's Word Swag down here. Word Swag. Rana Designs, R-H-O. I'm really bad at this, guys. Ugh. Really bad. Rana Designs up here. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm just going to tell you. Rana Designs, R-H-O-N-N-A Designs. Now, I think each of those cost money, but it was very minimal. It wasn't a lot of money. A Beautiful Mess. A Beautiful Mess. I personally think Word Swag is the easiest and the most user-friendly. Let's see. Yeah, those are the main ones I use for adding words to pictures. So it's a great way to take a picture of a pretty warmer that you find and throw your PWS on there, or a picture of a cute little buddy you find and throw your PWS on there, or when you're welcoming a team member. Because you'll notice in our team page, we always do that, right? Every time we welcome a new person, we take a photo of them and add some welcome message on there. Oh, Photofy is another one, P-H-O-T-O-F-Y. Okay, so those are the main ones that I like to use. Pretty awesome. And they vary in price. Like I think Rana Designs was like $3.99 or something like that. Don't quote me, but they're very inexpensive. And of course, tax deductible, but I love those apps. So other apps that I use, Pick Stitch, P-I-C, and then Stitch, S-T-I-T-C-H. Now I use Pick Stitch to make collages. So if I want to make a collage, I will use that to make collages of warmers, or collages of specials that we're doing, or collages of team members. You know, there's so many different ways that you can use a collage app. So many reasons why you'd want one. Let's see. Oh, Crazy Helium Tank. This one's fun. So you might have seen, I know there's a lot that goes on in here. It's a busy page. You might have seen a little video that I posted where it was like a really silly squeaky mouse voice and my eyes were all huge. After I came back from that retreat a couple weekends ago. Now, this app allows you to like morph your face, do like funny things to your face, do like funny effects on your voice, and just record a video of that. So Crazy Helium Tank, yes, is an awesome one. Crazy Helium Tank is how you say it. I don't remember. Is this one free, Jill? I don't remember if it's free. But like here, I'll show you the one that I did. I have the volume down. Hold on.
Well, I went away for the weekend. You guys. have been crushing it. You've been partying, you've been sponsoring, you've been selling. I'm so proud of you.
See, hopefully you heard it okay. Silly voice, silly look. So this is something that's so fun to be able to send a message to congratulate a hostess on a successful party, to congratulate a team member on a great month, to, gosh, I mean, it's just endless ideas. In your VIP page to just post something silly like, I got a basket party with your name on it, you know, like you can just do so many things with Crazy Helium Tank. And it just, here's the thing, if it's silly and funny, people are going to want to watch it. Exactly. Brandy is nailed it on the head. It attracts people. People are going to want to watch it because it's different. It's not just you sitting there. It's something different. And it's funny. I can't tell you like how many times I've heard, I just started using it, so I can't speak for this, but I have heard so many times people say that they send them to their team members and their, you know, husbands or their kids just think it's hilarious and, you know, they get all into it. So it really is a fun app that can like get a lot of people's attention. So like you could use it for welcoming new team members, congratulating team members, thanking your hostesses, posting in your VIP page. I mean, there's endless ways that you can use Crazy Helium Tank. I'm sorry, guys. I have 2 more left. My throat is so over talking. I apologize. Okay, so last 2. So this one I just heard about. I literally haven't even opened it yet. I'm not going to say I just heard about it. I've been hearing about it for a while, but I finally just downloaded it. And this one is called Over, O-V-E-R. Now the purpose of this app, I think it was free. I don't think I paid for it. I think it was free. Yeah, see, oh no. Literally, see, there's a pro version. Well, you can't see it. There's a pro version. I'm going to try it free for 7 days and see how it goes. So the thing with Over is it allows you to take a background photo and put yourself in that photo. So for example, like Edie Ann was talking about on our Glow show the other night. Edie Ann was talking about how she took a picture of herself and put herself in like a safari Jeep. So in this whole African safari theme, because she's coming to Africa with me, this whole African safari theme, she took a picture of herself and put herself in the Jeep in this scene. So that's just one example. Or like say you want to take a picture of yourself like with some kind of Scentsy background, like in front of the huge photo, the life-size photo of the ocean shipping container where it all got started. You can like do that. You can like put yourself in that scene. So that's one of the things that's really neat about Over. So you can utilize that to market your business, market promos, market specials, things like that. Put yourself like as you're promoting reunion to your team or, you know, promoting yourself earning an incentive trip, you can put yourself in different scenes. So there's so many different ways that you can utilize Over for your business. And then last but not least, I want to talk about Capture. So on my phone, when I make a video and I want to upload it to YouTube, if I'm doing it from my phone and I'm trying to upload it directly to YouTube, it seems to take 700 million years. So sometimes I'm out and about and I'm not home and I want to get something uploaded now and I don't want to wait. Capture, C-A-P-T-U-R-E, is my favorite way to do that. It's still a slow process, but it's not as slow as trying to upload through YouTube. It's a little faster than that, especially if your video is not crazy long. So YouTube Capture, C-A-P-T-U-R-E, is how I will upload my videos to YouTube. So when you actually open the app, you'll see that it'll actually pull all of your current videos that are on your phone. See, you click all videos and you can see any videos that you have on your phone and just click edit and upload. You can choose like music if you want to add music to it. It's a pretty solid app, you know. So like, for example, here's like my video with all the pretty images of the new fragrances. So there it is. And you can see, you can click add music. So you can add music from your device. So lots of cool features to that. But that is one of my favorite ways to upload videos to YouTube when I'm on the go. When I'm home, of course, I edit them in iMovie and then upload them through iMovie to YouTube. That's the way I do it at home. That one is called Capture, Capture. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information, really rapid fire fast, but I had a lot I wanted to share with you. So tonight, what I have done is share with you my favorite social media resources like Facebook Messenger, Facebook groups, Facebook Live, and the Facebook events section, and how I utilize those for my business. I shared with you my favorite websites, Canva, BeLive.tv, MailChimp, YouTube, Zoom, and FontBundles.net, and how I utilize those in my business. And I shared with you my favorite apps and how I utilize those in my business. Slide Dial, Marco Polo, MileIQ, WordSwag, PicStitch, Rana Designs, Crazy Helium Tank, Over, and Capture. So those are some of my favorite just resources. Many of them are free. A lot of them are just very, very inexpensive. But there's so many ways that you can utilize these in your business and really create a professional looking brand and communicate effectively with your teams, your customers, and your hostesses. So thank you for hanging out with me live tonight. Committing to your business like this is always going to pay off. I promise you that. I guarantee if you implement these things that you've learned tonight, you are going to see growth. You are going to see good things happening. Only growth can come from communicating with your team. Only growth can come from marketing your business professionally and in a unique way. Only growth is going to come from those things. So I really want to encourage you to apply the things that you've learned. And I want to remind you, you're welcome, Jess. I want to remind you to mark your calendars for the next Live Thursdays. Jill McCarthy is going to be sharing incredible tips. I mean, this is just a lot of the things I talked about tonight. She's going to mention, and she's going to go into greater detail as well. She's way more educated on so many of these things than I'm just really scratching the surface on a lot of these things. Like Canva is very new to me. BeLive.tv is very new to me. You know, so many of these things I've just recently started using because of her advice. So I can't wait for her to come in here and share much greater detail. So you really, really want to encourage your teams to join us, and you really want to join us, because when we have a guest in here, it's a big deal, y'all, and she's a big deal. So mark your calendars. Join us back for the 13th and the 20th for Jill's Live Thursdays she's going to do for us. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. Tag your teamies so they give this a watch, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, superstars.